Alright, y'all, I'm back. Woohoo! Hey, alright. You know, I got some responses from my last video about the dumb thing I did with my coffee from some of you, and I thought it will be fun to share some of those things. I think it would be good for us to stop and think about some of the silly things we did that now we can laugh about, but at the time might have been very embarrassing. And one thing that I recall, I rarely wear a skirt, okay? And normally if I wear a skirt, it's normally maxis. I mean, you know, I'm an old hippie, so that's the way we dressed. And I still do when I wear a skirt. But this one time I wore a short skirt, and I did not think about, I was in a hurry. So here I go, and I put on my skirt, and I'm all dressed up, put on my makeup, never noticing there's a breeze in the back. So I walk outside, and my next door neighbor started laughing at me, and I'm like, what the heck's she laughing at me for? And I kind of twirled around and still not feeling that breeze. Well, when I went to adjust my skirt, after I put it on, I accidentally tucked it into the belt area of the skirt in the back. So my whole back end was exposed. And I didn't realize it, and when she kept laughing at me, I went over there, what are you laughing for? She says, put your hand on your back. So I did. She said, no, low. And I put it lower, and I went, oh my God, that's skin. Oh my God, she was so hysterical. Because, like I said, my whole butt was exposed, you know, and it was like, oh Lord, thank God that she started laughing. Otherwise, I would have gotten in the car, gone doing my shopping, and what have you, with my butt showing. So I'm really grateful. At the time, I was so embarrassed. Oh my God. Another time, this was many years ago. I was at the grocery store shopping with my daughter, my oldest daughter. And she was about 4, maybe 5. And I was checking some things out, and I went and I reached down to get my daughter's hand because I was fixing to go on. And I'm pulling, and this child is screaming, and I'm like, come on, Marisa, let's go. And I looked down, and this child was hysterical. It wasn't my child. It was somebody else's child. All I noticed was the color. She had the same color of clothes as my daughter. Different, but the same color. So I didn't look at the face. I looked at the color of the clothes. And the woman is, you're getting my daughter. You're taking my daughter. And I'm like, oh my God. My daughter was right down at the end, just browsing around. I went, oh God, I was so embarrassed because I know that lady thought I was trying to kidnap her daughter. And believe me, I had enough with mine. I did not have to kidnap another child. And let's see. Stupid things I've done. Oh my God, have I ever done them? Another thing. Okay, my youngest daughter used to always, when she was real little, because her dad and I had separated when she was 2.5 years old. So my daughter started calling me Daddy. Don't know why. Well, she explained it later on, but she kept calling me Daddy. And we went to the grocery store. We were on the checkout, and Kristen kept saying, Daddy, I want this, and Daddy, I want that. And I'm saying, no, honey, you can't have that. You know, we're done shopping. I can't afford that. Daddy. And the cashier looked at me, and she looked around, and she did not see a man nearby. And she said, well, where's her daddy? I said, I am her daddy. Girl looked at me, and she goes, huh? What? And I mean, her eyes got big, huge. I said, well, I'm her daddy. I had a sex change. And that poor cashier, I thought she was going to drop. I looked at her and the shock on her face, and I started laughing. I said, no, ma'am. I said, my daughter just calls me daddy all the time. I have not had a sex change. And then, let me explain. Later on, I asked my daughter, this was a while back, I said, honey, why do you keep calling me daddy? She said, well, I know you're my mama, but I don't have my daddy, so you're my daddy too. I said, well, that's good enough explanation. I'll accept that. It was really, but that poor cashier, the look on her face was, I wish I had had a camera. It would have been funny as get out. Okay. And my last story. I was traveling from Florida to Texas. And I had my babysitter with me and all. And I had a little poodle dog. Anyway, we were going and going and going, and I said, look, I got to stop. Let's stop at the next motel and take a shower, and kids get cleaned up and sleep, and tomorrow morning we'll take off. So I told Belinda, I said, Belinda, don't forget, bring the dog in. I was exhausted, so I took my shower first. Kids got cleaned up, or they had their baths. And Belinda had her shower, and we all went to bed. I was asleep before they all got to bed. Next morning, I got up, and I was going to take my dog out, and I said, Belinda, where's Fifi? Well, didn't you bring her in? I said, no, I told you to bring her in. Well, I thought you brought... No, I said, oh my God, where's Fifi? So I go outside and look in the car, no Fifi. I'm like, oh my God, what happened to my dog? I'm going hysterical. I went back into the motel room and I said, now girl, you didn't get my dog. What happened to my dog? I don't know. So we're all spread out. We're going different directions looking for Fifi. Could not find Fifi. I look at my car and the back tire is flat. And this man's coming out of this one room. And I said, sir, can you please help me, because I need to change the tire on my car. And he did. He was very nice about it and all. And a lady came back out of the apartment, and he went and handed her some money, and I thought, well, it's probably his wife. So after searching for about 2 hours, my son went into the lobby at the motel, and Fifi was there. This one woman found Fifi. And she said, she looks so healthy, I know she had to belong to somebody, so I brought her in the office. I said, oh my God. I said, thank you so much. I said, that you have such nice people here, and I really do appreciate it. And the girl says, honey, do you know where you spent the night at? And I said, no, ma'am. This was in Louisiana. I said, no, ma'am. I said, I don't even remember the name of the motel. I just knew I had to stop because I was tired. She says, honey, this is a house of prostitution. I went, what? Yeah, it's a house of prostitution. Didn't you realize? I said, no. And I was like, oh my God. If anybody saw me come out of here, they would have probably thought I was a prostitute. And oh my God. And then with the kids, and all these things came through my head. And I'm like, oh no. But they were very nice. I have to give them that. They were really, very, very nice. But I got my Fifi back, and that's all that mattered. But anyway, that's it for right now. I have a lot more. You know, in 75 years, I think I have quite a bit of experiences. So, in the next one, maybe we'll talk at another one. We'll talk about it, okay? Love y'all. Peace and hugs.